the things I wish I knew before getting top surgery. Not to sound dramatic, but I mean, there are things I wish I knew. I'm on the brink of being 14 months post-op from top surgery. Oh my God, congratulations, you look great.
Thank you.
I know that was me, but any compliment I'll take. So with being 14 months post-op, I've had quite a bit of time to reflect, kind of think back on my recovery process. And yeah, I realized that there were some things that I wish I knew and things I would want to know, because I bet you're watching this, doing your own research and, you know, preparing and thinking about getting top surgery. So here are the things that I wish I knew, and the last one's gonna surprise you. Something major that I really had no idea about was that there was drain-free double incision. Because, you know, like, drains are pretty common to use in surgery, and, you know, it's a big thing that people worry about and thinking about it being uncomfortable. I was one of those people, and then I realized that the surgeon I went with doesn't use drains, and I was like, oh, what am I even worrying about? Also, during the recovery process, if you don't know this already, you're gonna be wearing a binder for 6 weeks afterwards. And I know what you're thinking, like, I'm getting top surgery so I don't have to wear a binder, so I don't have to wear, like, you know, trans tape. I know it sucks, but it really does help with the swelling. I remember texting my nurse during recovery. I was like, hey, do I really have to wear this, you know, for 6 weeks, or like, can I wear it for only like 4? And she was like, no, it is mandatory, wear it for 6 weeks. I was like, yes, ma'am. So with that, make sure you get the compression vests before you have surgery. Didn't do that. I was in a trial and error week during week 1 of recovering. So I was stuck in the ACE bandages that they gave me, and ACE bandages are not comfortable. You don't have consistent compression, and they're kind of itchy, and then they smell bad. And also you wanna make sure you get 2 compression vests, so you have one when the other one's being washed. And also know that since you're wearing it basically 24/7 for 6 weeks, they're gonna stretch. So make sure that, like, it is a little snug when you first get it. When it comes to incisions and like the type of scars you have and like the type of procedure you get and all that stuff is basically dependent on your genetics and your anatomy. The types of scars you get is like how they heal. That's genetics based, but what type of scars and procedure you get, that is anatomy based. Now this might be a little TMI, but I'm making sure you have all the information so you can be, you know, well prepared. So before testosterone, my chest, I was like a C cup, D cup. Didn't realize that. Did it hurt my ego realizing how big my chest was? Yes, I was delusional and I thought I was like a B cup max. That's also how I knew that I really didn't like my chest and that I really did want top surgery. But anyway, on testosterone, what a great hormone. It made my chest shrink, but you know, since you could have big balloons and when you deflate them, that doesn't mean like you automatically will qualify for like areoli, buttonhole. I don't know the name of those ones because those were the ones I didn't get. So ultimately I knew I was gonna be getting double incision and my chest was not symmetrical at all. So are my scars symmetrical? No, and neither are my nipples. But you know, I don't have boobs anymore, so I really don't have much to complain about. And then also with like the types of like the shape you're gonna get, cause like, you know, some people like will have like a U shape or like more of like a straight line. It's very, again, dependent on your anatomy and what your surgeon needs to do so you can get the best results. If you're curious on what that will be and if you have any say, ultimately that is a conversation for you to have with your surgeon. Basically when I went to my guy, I was like, I want, you know, my lines to be pretty straight. And he was like, okay. And then he pulled out a sticky note and I'll draw it for you. I'm my surgeon. He was like, yeah, your scars are probably gonna, you know, like kind of be like 2 little hockey sticks and your nipples are gonna go there. Does that look good? And I was like, yeah. That's exactly what I want. So we're on the same page. Okay, actually he didn't draw that. It was more like the bottom one. Ultimately, if you have a lot of questions, the consult with your surgeon is when you will ask them all. And then something I wish was like a pretty normal thing is it's common to be doubtful and second guess yourself before getting surgery. The same thing happened before I got testosterone. Part of it is I personally don't do well with change. And even though it's something that I've been looking forward to for a long time, change is scary, surgery is a little bit scary, and it is okay to doubt yourself, but just trust your past self and the things that you have done to get to this point. Also, during recovery, you know, I've mentioned that you have to be wearing that post-op binder for 6 weeks, and you know, the 6 weeks is like the most common like time period for healing. And does that mean like for that 6 weeks you can't do anything? No, you still can, you're not bedridden, you can do things during like the 2-week mark, I was able to like start cooking for myself. I would get fatigued easily, but I was able to basically do all my normal things. Also, since you're gonna be like obviously T-Rex arms, keeping your arms to your side when you're showering, doing anything, like you kind of like are just like in this realm of existing. And so like when I was showering, you like really have to like bend your head down to like wash your hair, meaning you can't really like reach things a whole lot, like with trying to wash yourself. And I was on testosterone gel during recovery, and I would do it on my arms, and it was hard to do. So I had my girlfriend help me with that. And ultimately, I kind of just wish I was on shots, because you just do that like once a week or once every 2 weeks, and it would have made things a lot easier. So if you aren't really that scared of needles, I would really recommend doing that for surgery, and then you can switch back to gel. Best thing for last. If you're not on Reddit or you don't really tune into that, the biggest resource, the thing that I would check daily, the thing that gave me a lot of information, the thing that helped me find my top surgery surgeon, the TopSurgery subreddit. It's a great resource if you have questions, if you have concerns during your recovery process. You can ask a lot of other guys and people who have gotten top surgery to see their experience and, get a second opinion when you're waiting for your nurse team to reply. But like some final things. I wish I knew that I really liked being shirtless and how fun it is and how freeing it is to, like walk around the house without a shirt on and just like really getting to see yourself in the mirror and just kind of almost forgetting you ever had boobs, which does happen. I often forget about it, and when I see pictures, I'm like, oh yeah, that used to be my life for a good while. And also, you're probably gonna feel a lot more confident, and maybe the clothes and shirts that you're wearing beforehand, maybe you're gonna outgrow those and realize that, oh, I want things that fit me a little bit tighter, and like, just things like wearing clothing items that show off your chest instead of hiding it. So obviously, top surgery is a very fun and exciting things, and these are the things I wish I would have known and would have want to know. So if you have any questions still, please leave them down below and I will get back to you. But yeah, if you want to see my own personal experience and all my updates, I have a playlist that I will have linked at the end of this video and in the description. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.